I'm now here with Mike Rockenfeller. Mike, now yesterday in the qualifying, you ended up in P17. What went wrong?
Well, I was too slow. I was really struggling with the car, especially with the grip. I didn't feel any peak of the tire, and therefore it was for me impossible to go any quicker. We all know it's very close here on the Nürburgring, and I was not happy the whole weekend. And yesterday in qualifying, it was very early over for me, which was not usual. I mean, so far P5 was our worst result this year in qualifying, and then to be in the last row is pretty bad, especially when you come back, and you miss one race. Then to come back and be in the last row is hard. But today is another day, and I try my best.
Now, 3 weeks ago, you had a terrible accident in Le Mans. All our hearts stopped for a second when we saw that. Have you completely recovered?
Well, if you look on the qualifying result, it looks like I'm not, but I really feel good, and it's not about the crash. I think I'm fully recovered, and I had enough time. Yeah, and hopefully the pace will come back as well, and we will find a good setup for today's race. But definitely it was a big incident, a big crash in Le Mans, and I hope I will never have it again in my career.
We hope so too. A week after Le Mans, you had the Lausitzring, and I heard you wanted to drive, but you weren't allowed to drive. How was that like? You're watching the race and you're eager to drive, but you can't.
Well, I have to say, right after Le Mans, I had the feeling, okay, I have to be fit for Lausitz. I was third in the championship, and obviously you want to be there and want to fight for points. But I have to say, the Saturday when the Lausitzring race was, I drove to a friend, which is 5 km away. First time I was in the car because I was so bored to be in my bed or be on the sofa all day long. So I said, okay, my girlfriend was at work, so she couldn't, she didn't see it. I took my car and I drove to a friend, and I accelerated just to get a feeling, and already I felt a little dizzy, so I knew it was right to be at home. It was very difficult to watch the race. But, Tom did a great job with my car, and I kept my fingers crossed for Audi, and it was a great victory. And, I was sad not to be there, obviously, but on the other hand, I was very happy to have such a quick recovery and, have nothing more than a headache or some bruises. I mean, I could be a lot worse.
It's very lucky. And now looking at the race today, starting from P17, are you hoping for a little miracle or maybe just for a bit of rain?
Well, I think I need a big miracle. I need, especially on this racetrack, it's difficult to make up positions. But you never know. Maybe the weather will help me. Maybe a safety car at the right time will help me. But the good thing is, it can't be a lot worse. So I don't have a lot of pressure. I just try to be quick and hopefully be more in the front or maybe even in the points.
All right. Well, best of luck. Thank you very much, Mike.